Hi, good morning. It's Adeniki, your career strategist and purpose coach. I hope you're having a fantastic morning. Wanted to just jump on here today. This week, we're going to be talking about company culture and how to evaluate if the company that you're interested in has a culture where you can thrive in. A lot of people have what they call these dream jobs, and typically they're thinking about, what they're on the outside looking on the inside, and they're thinking, oh my God, it'd be so amazing to work there. That looks like such an amazing culture. When you think about that, you really actually have to have a plan for how to evaluate what that culture actually is, because the reality can sometimes differ from what it appears to be. So we're actually going to talk a little bit about company culture and how to know if a company is a place where you can thrive. I literally had a client just say to me, she's actively interviewing right now, and one of the things that she said is, she automatically knew that she really didn't want to work for certain companies, like defense companies, like companies that built radio, like radio towers and things like that, cell phone towers, because she's very into health. She's very into just kind of people being well cared for, and these industries they just didn't appeal to her, because again, it's not just something she wanted to support in terms of kind of the type of work that these companies do. So you really do want to evaluate, start with something simple like the mission of the company, like the product and the service of a company. If you really can't see yourself, if you feel like the product or service that a company offers is not in alignment with your core values, then don't try and overlook that and actually go forward, because you will find that once you get in there, you will have a grating and a grinding on the inside about, I really just don't feel right about this company because I'm helping support their cause and pushing what they're doing forward. And so it really is important to understand that the product or service that you're supporting, is that something that you feel personally good about? Is it something personally that you would recommend to friends? So be thinking about product and services when you're thinking about how to evaluate a company. The other thing that I really wanted to touch on when you're evaluating a company is you really want to look at that mission statement and really see, does that mission statement really align with my mission in life? Again, because there's a lot of companies out here, they say a lot of things on paper, but is that really in fact true? So you really want to do a deep dive on the mission and the values of the company. Again, I always tell people that, listen, if I'm promoting myself, I'm saying I'm the best thing out there, but really you only really get to know if something is the best thing out there if you can get referrals from other people, if you can talk to other people who've been a part of that, and they can tell you if in fact it's all that it is. Like I said, Handel's ice cream here in Indiana, there's lines always out the door for that particular ice cream. And so if I was inclined to go try a new ice cream, I would definitely go over there because the lines of people are saying that they have something that maybe is worth looking into. But if they have a big sign up there saying, hey, I'm the best thing out here, then you don't always know if that's true. So you really have to do your own research. So mission and values, the best way to kind of tap into a company's mission and values is, I always say that if you're really interested in a company, then you want to follow them for a while. Follow them for 6 months or more. And by follow them, I don't mean just go to their website. I mean you literally want to put a Google alert on your email, and literally Google alert, what that does is it pulls in any mention, anywhere where that company is mentioned, any article, any blog where that company is mentioned, it will send it to you. And so you can really start to get a sense of, okay, what is a company about? You want to listen to, kind of understand what's going on with that company in the news. Follow them on social media, of course, and just kind of see what people's takes are, what their reviews are. Go to multiple review sites and really follow and see what people are saying about this company. Again, at the end of the day, you still have to take all that data and you have to evaluate for yourself if you're willing to go forward based on what you know, but you don't ever want to just jump into a company without having done some work, research, without having actually pulled your own data and talked to some people that were there, and really in order to really understand that. So whether we're talking about the values and the mission or the product or the service, do your research and really kind of understand what's going on with that company. The other thing that you definitely want to evaluate when you're thinking about, is this company going to be right for me? A lot of people, like I said, the work that they're doing, the work is okay. They have no problem with the work. But when they get into the company, a lot of times it's the team and the management that really can define whether or not this is going to be a company where they're going to be able to thrive. And so you do want to do a little digging meeting to really kind of understand what is the team culture like. I always tell people, don't be afraid to ask hard questions. A lot of people are like, well, I don't want to ask certain questions because, if I dig too deep or if I ask questions that really go deep into the culture, I might not be offered the job. Listen, if you're going to get into a culture that's literally going to drain you and that you're going to hate and you're going to be looking for your next job, very shortly thereafter, it's better to ask those hard questions right off the top, right off the bat, and really just kind of understand what you're getting into. So, I would say if you're in an interview, ask what the team is like, and ask if you can interview with maybe a member of the team that you're going to be working on, because again, you want to get a sense of like who are these people that you're going to be working with. You want to definitely reach out. The one thing that I have found that I really love to do is I like to go back and find people who have worked at the company in the past, and ask them if they'd be willing to have a conversation with me about culture and have some specific questions that I want to ask, because again, people who have already worked there, they have nothing to lose by talking to you, and so they're typically happy to share, yep, this is what the culture was about, this is how the team worked, this is how the management style was, these were the benefits, the perks, this is how we operated. So you really want to make sure you're taking some time to go back and actually interview, or not interview, but have conversations with people that used to work at the company. These are some tried and true methods that will really help you get a deep dive into the culture. And so again, when you're thinking about how do you know if you're going to thrive, how do you know if you're going to love the place where you work, again, it's not something that it's going to be easy to do from the outside, but there are some very specific things that you can do in order to make sure that you get at least a good sense of what you're walking into. So again, we talked about those things. Make sure you're setting up Google alerts and following them, getting news articles, not just news articles, blogs, things like that come up that other people are writing, so you can get a sense of kind of how the market is rating them. Make sure that you're talking to people that used to work at the company. Definitely try and talk to people that work there too. But again, I personally like to, talk to people who have worked there in the past to make sure I'm getting the full story. Go to different job review, company review websites, and just kind of look through those reviews and see what people are saying, so that you can get a sense of kind of what type of reviews and ratings they are getting, so that you can kind of put that whole picture together. And like I said, don't be afraid to ask the hard questions in the interview. Do not be afraid to ask those hard questions. It's better to be upfront about it. Like I said, you want to be professional, but at the end of the day, you need to ask, how would you characterize the team, or how would you characterize your management style? Is it, more of a micromanagement style, or do you allow, autonomy? You just want to be able to ask those questions. And if they bristle at the fact that you're asking questions, that's already a red flag, that there might be issues there. At the end of the day, like I said, you may choose to move forward, but again, it's better to know what you're moving forward into than to go in completely blind. So I'll be talking about company culture all this week, just kind of dropping tips and articles about company culture and how to understand if a company is the right company for you, if you're going to thrive there, what the real deal is behind all the marketing. So join me. I'll be dropping those articles. In the meantime, guys, have a great rest of your day. Hi, Jordan. Thanks for joining. Have a great rest of your day. And let me know if there are any specific questions that you have about company culture and about how that works. Drop those in the group. Post those. Make a post about that. And I will respond to that. I will, again, do some research and get you answers on that. But that's what we're talking about this week. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.